Yo, what's up guys? Today we are back on Pokemon Showdown for another part of my Mega Mence Returns Uber's mini laddering series. As today we're using a team. It's a balanced team, which I really like because I can appreciate it just because you can switch into mons and you can dish out hits. Though I actually just had a recording and unfortunately my audio messed up, and I had like 5 or 6 battles in that recording. I'm actually a bit upset that my audio messed up, but yeah. We're back. You guys wouldn't have known that if I didn't say it, but in either case, this team was given to me by my boy Edgar. Shoutouts to him. Before I get into recording, or finding a battle rather, I'm just going to say if you guys want to pick yourself up a PK Face hoodie, the link is always down below. Or not always, until December 18th anyway. And next, if you guys want to basically have a chance to battle me, Twitter is the way to go, at @JoeyPokeaim. The link is always down in the description. When I ask for a battle, basically say me, reply your friend code, and you know, hopefully we can get a battle. So like I said, Twitter's the best place to try and get a chance to battle me. So without further ado, let us look for a battle, and we have found one right away. My opponent has an offensive team. I'm just gonna lead off a Groudon, as what I can do is I can beat his Deoxys 1v1. I can go for Lava Plume, potentially get a burn, knock him out, as he's only limited to one item, yeah, one item. One layer. Hopefully that's what I'm thinking what's going to be happening. But you're going to pause it till he picks a move. We'll be right back. So he does end up leading off with his Deoxys. Just going for Lava Plume as he tries to taunt me. So hopefully oh, he's running a bulky set. Max HP most likely just based on the damage. But in either case, the only thing he's going to be able to get up is his Stealth Rock. So I'm just going to go right for the Lava Plume one more time. The great thing about Lava Plume is there's no real switch-ins. And because he's running... well, it looks like Hyper Offense, but then again you see Lugia, so I'm expecting it to be probably a Calm Mind Lugia. Unless he just has a random Lugia pivot if he loses, because he doesn't want to lose to certain Pokemon, like Xerneas. Because Lugia at full HP, because of multi-scale, can tank a hit. But he ends up going out to Xerneas right now, as I will be able to hit this thing with a Precipice Blades. The fact that Taunt also wears off this turn is great, because, okay, I miss. But Taunt wearing off this turn is amazing because I can just spam T-Wave versus him. That really sucks that I missed that Moonblast, because now if he has Aromatherapy, I just straight up lose. I mean Precipice Blades. But he doesn't end up missing, as he doesn't end up having a Geomancy, sorry. No, he did have a Geomancy. He didn't end up having Aromatherapy, so... it's still unfortunate that I missed that, because I just sacked my Groudon where I would have been at half HP. But I can just go right for Iron Head right here. He can either sack this or go out into Zekrom. Though going out to Zekrom means that I can knock it out with Ice Beam rather. I would have just liked having my... I would have really liked to have my Genesect. Well, I mean, my Groudon. As, I'm sorry, I always make mistakes in Showdown Lives. It's not a Showdown Live unless I make a lot of mistakes. But I'm able to knock him out with the Iron Head, as he doesn't end up trying to switch out. As, I guess he can go out into Zekrom right now, or I guess Mewtwo if he wants to try Mewtwo. I can potentially just go for the Iron Head. I'm probably going to go for Iron Head, as the combination of Xerneas plus Salamence stops him from spamming Outrage. So I'm going to go for Iron Head, as he ends up being Mega Mewtwo Y, and he has Flamethrower. Very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. As I can just go right on to Arceus Dark, and see, I could have switched out, but I wasn't sure if he would go right for that, since the switch out was so obvious. He could have just went for Side Strike right there. Probably should have switched anyway. Again, I'm forced to play differently just because I missed that Precipice Blades, but that's my fault. If I didn't want to miss, I could have even used Earthquake, honestly. The Precipice Blade looks cooler and is a little bit stronger, but I'm able to go right for the Judgment, as he is going to go out into his Zekrom. And I'm just going to go for Recover just in case this is Scarf, as he doesn't end up being Scarf and going for Bolt Strike. Though I can survive that. That was a high roll, but I get a crit. That was actually a really high roll, the first one that he went for, as he ends up being Arceus Ghost. This is not the switch-in. Definitely not the switch-in, as I will be able to go right for Judgment right there. And I'm going to switch out to my Xerneas, because for one, I don't want to lose my Arceus Dark. I can defog away, and Arceus Dark beats his Lugia, so I really, really don't want to lose my Arceus Dark right there. So just going to go right for Moonblast, as he ends up hitting me with a Shadow Claw. Moonblast should be able to pick him off, as if he wants to go out to Mewtwo, Mewtwo will also go down to a Moonblast, as Side Strike will not be able to knock me out, as he ends up going out to Lugia. and I'm forced to go out into my Latias right now. Not really forced, but I want to go out to Latias anyway, as he ends up going for... No! Damn it. That's annoying. Oh, he got me with that. That's annoying that it worked out so well for him. Doesn't matter. I can stall this thing out actually with my... I can stall it out with my Xerneas, which is what I'm most likely going to proceed to do. Yeah, I actually stall this thing out with my Xerneas, so I'm just going to go for Roost. And I might actually just pause it until I stall him out, because like I said, Xerneas beats him 1v1. I'm Rest Talk, Aeroblast is crap, and I can stall him out of Roost if I want to, but I really don't want to show that. That's not enjoyable to watch, as he is just going to go for the Aeroblast again and again. And I'm just going to switch out to my Xerneas, as I could take any hit. If he wants to go for a one, that's fine. As you can see, that Aeroblast is nothing, and I should be able to go right for Rest right here. And follow it up with a Sleep Talk, as he is just going to go right for the Whirlwind. And again, my best switch is Xerneas for anything he wants to do. And what I'm actually going to do is pause it until I beat this guy, because I feel like he's just going to stay in. So I'll pause it. We'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. I was able to crit him with my Salamence, which honestly didn't matter. I was just trying to force him to Roost, as, like I said, Xerneas stalled him out. And he's down to his last, which is this Mega Mewtwo, which I can just wake up versus and go right for Moonblast and knock him out. So, good game, dude. As we are going to look for another battle. Hopefully we get one right away, as we do. And my opponent's team, very threatening indeed. I just want to lead off with my Xerneas, as if he leads off with his Yveltal, I can just threaten that right off the bat, as he actually ends up leading off with Latios. I can tank 2 Psyshocks from this thing. I just want to go for... Ew. I just want to go for Moonblast to get off as much damage as possible, as he does get the special attack drop. And what I am going to do is go right for Aromatherapy. Actually, I can go for Moonblast. Yeah. I want to weaken the Groudon anyway, as that might be offensive Groudon. It might actually be. If he goes for Rock Polish, then it's definitely offensive Groudon. But he ends up going for the Moonblast, as what I can do is just drop a Draco right here. I should be able to knock him out. Do I want to risk a T-Wave? Nah, I'm going to go drop a Draco. Draco actually hits everything hard on his team, as he ends up switching out into Xerneas. But Xerneas, of course, I can go for Defog versus, allowing my Groudon to always live any hit. Well, Groudon will live any hit regardless, as he ends up going for Moonblast. And because of the Soul Dew, I'm also able to survive that attack. And what I'm actually going to do is go directly into Groudon right now, as I do survive his Moonblast, and we'll take it. Of course I'll survive it. And I can just go for I can go for my Stealth Rocks right here. I didn't want to go for T-Wave just in case he went out into Groudon right there, but he ends up going out to Kyogre, which is a threat. Definitely a threat, based on the fact that I lost my Latias because I wasn't able to defog. I was kind of scared. I was really scared to just go for Draco, but I'm going to sack my Latias right here, as he ends up having Water Spout with his Primordial form. Interesting. But I can go out to Genesect, get the attack raise, U-turn out into my Groudon, getting up the Sun, which stops him from using Water moves. And also this just forces him out if he doesn't want to stay in. But I can go back out into my Groudon right now, like I said, blocking that Water Spout, and then go back out into Genesect, expecting him to want to either go for Ice Beam or switch out. But either way, Genesect is the play I want to make, as he does end up going on to his Yveltal. And I really don't want to take a Sucker Punch from this thing. Like, I find there's no reason to. But then again, because I see leftovers, I don't think he has Sucker Punch. So I'm going to do is U-turn out, as I can just go right out into my... I can go out into my Salamence now, because Salamence just wins the game. Yeah, the fact that his Arceus is that low, I just Dragon Dance up and win the game. Unless he has Will-O-Wisp, which he does not. All he has is the Swords Dance, and that's not going to be enough to save him. Like, +1 Extreme Speed is not going to do anywhere near enough to me, as he is definitely Adamant Silk Scarf. So I'm able to knock him out with the return, and I'm pretty positive that Salamence just wins the game. Kyogre, okay, Kyogre's not living this. Salamence just cleans up. My boy Mega Salamence making its return, just sweeping teams, especially because Groudon has been weakened. Yeah, he just I kind of wanted to show you guys it killing everything, but unfortunately my opponent forfeits, as Salamence was gonna win that game. And yeah, we found another battle. My opponent's team looking a little bit nasty. I'm gonna lead off with my Groudon, as he ends up leading off with his. I've played this guy before. I know for a fact that his Groudon cannot touch mine. He does not run a ground move. He runs Fire Punch, Thunder Wave. I found that out the hard way. But I'm just going to go for another Precipice Blades. He runs Fire Punch, Thunder Wave, Roar, and Stealth Rocks. I found that out before in the previous episode. As he ends up going out to Salamence now. And what I can do is just go right for a T-Wave on this thing. As he tries to go for Dragon Dance. Getting off that T-Wave is definitely nice. And what I'm going to do is just switch directly into my Xerneas. Even if he wants to go for Double Edge or Return, I should be able to tank one of them. As he does have Refresh, which is scary. It's definitely scary, but I can eat up one Return and go for the Moonblast as I'm able to knock him out. The great thing about Xerneas is its ability Fairy Aura. You're just able to tank hits as he goes out to Dialga right now. I don't know what type. This is Arceus Ghost, if I remember correctly. I'm just going to go for Moonblast as he is going to be able to knock me out with the Fire Blast. And I was positive this thing was Specs last time. I'm trying to not play off how I was thinking last time, but either way, I'm going to go for the Defog right here as he ends up going out to Arceus Water, which is completely hard-walled by Groudon, because if it's a support set, he can't hit me with his ability. He can't hit me with Judgment, and if it's a defensive set, he can't hit me with Will-O-Wisp, so I'm just going to go for Precipice Blades. I don't think he can touch me, as I should be able to get off damage on anything, really. He's probably thinking, crap. Yeah, I would have been thinking the same thing. Like, Xerneas is not the switch into Groudon at all, as I eat up his Moonblast, and I can just go right for the second Precipice Blades. Wow, Primal Groudon just putting in a lot of work, as he is going to go out to Ditto right here. Best play is easily Latias, easily, as he doesn't end up going for Stealth Rocks, and I'm just going to go for Defog again. He's more than likely locked in because he's probably Choice Scarf Ditto, as he ends up going out into his Dialga. And what I can do is just drop a Draco on this thing. It's essentially a Specs Draco. I'm not running all the special attack in the world, but depending on what move he goes for, well, I'm pretty sure he was Specs Dialga last time. Yeah, he's definitely Specs. He knocked me out despite having the drops. As he knocked me out like clean despite having Soul Dew. And I can just go right on into my Arceus Dark and just click Judgment. He doesn't have anything that really wants to take this thing on. Like, his own Ditto can't beat me. I could even go for the Calm Minds if I want to, but I feel like there's no reason to start setting up Calm Minds just yet, as Primal Groudon just eats up any hit that he wants to go for, and I can just go right for Precipice Blades, as he is going to go for Recover, and I get a crit, which is nice. I can go for T-Wave in the following turn. If he wants to play around that, that's completely fine. Salamence is a dodger of Precipice Blades. And thinking about like Ditto if he tries and takes it from me. Like, and what I can do, just go right for the Precipice Blades again, as he does try and go for Refresh. So like I said, he can't beat me 1v1. Like, I beat this thing 1v1. So I'm going to get out my Stealth Rocks just because I can get them up, weakening his switch-ins. As the fact that he's T-Wave also means I have a chance to beat him. Intense Sun, one turn left. Hello? Intense Sun is always here. Alright, so he's a Defog Refresh set. Really, really interesting. I just want to set up with Salamence then. Yeah, I can go out to Salamence. I don't have to necessarily set up, but what I want to do is just at least Mega Evolve. That way I can outspeed his team. Refresh. Roost. Yeah, he can't recover or whatever. Defog. He can't beat me. And I'm able to outspeed him, as he is going to go for Judgment. Ouch. I don't want to necessarily Dragon Dance up because I don't know what he is running yet. I will be able to outspeed his Dialga too, so I'm going to be able to knock that out with the Earthquake. And I have enough Pokemon with enough bulk to be able to take on his Ditto, unless this is revealed that it's not Choice Scarf, which it should be Choice Scarf. So I'm just going to hit him with a Return right here, as he ends up forfeiting. Yeah, that was, he only had 4 left. I had 4 Pokemon, and Arceus Dark eats it up at full HP. So, nice. The fact that I knew his team because we battled, but he also knew my team. So, though last time all he did was T-Wave me to death, I'm going to look for one more battle, as hopefully we get one right away. And I think we'll end it off with whatever battle we get next, because I am running low on time. So, gonna pause until we find a battle. Be right back. never mind. So we found a battle right away. My opponent's team looking a little bit Mega Salamence weak. If I set up a Dragon Dance, I think I win. So I'm going to lead off with Groudon, as he's more than likely going to lead off with Skelepede. And this is great. I want to go for Thunder Wave right here. I didn't want to go for anything else just yet, as it gives me a free switch out into my Salamence, honestly. But I do want to go for my Stealth Rocks, as it means that Salamence can beat his team. The fact that he only has 8 Endeavors is great. So what I can do now is go out into my Salamence and just start setting up a Dragon Dance, as he is going to go for his final layer of spikes. I don't even mind that, as I can Mega Evolve and just go right for Dragon Dance. Unless he has Toxic, I'm not worried. The standard set doesn't run Toxic, as I am able to go for Dragon Dance, and I'm going to be able to go for 2 Dragon Dances right here, as he ends up having Protect. So I'm not entirely sure if he's going to be a baton passing set. Do I risk that? No, I'm going to go for another Dragon Dance. I'm going up to +6, guys, because you see how he only has Endeavor. He only has Endeavor right there. So Salamence is going to win the game in the end. I have no reason to go for these, but Endeavor only has 8, and he can't touch me, so I'm just going to hit him with a Roost. Salamence just wins the game. And he's scared to risk anything other than Endeavor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Again, I lose nothing by going for Dragon Dances. He can't even crit me. He has 2 priority users potentially, Yveltal as well as this, but this just wins the game. Holy crap, Salamence, you're too good. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I want to stall him out of Endeavor PP. So you might be thinking I'm getting greedy. No, Skelepede runs Focus Sash, guys. For everybody that has a little bit of inexperience in Ubers, Skelepede runs Focus Sash as a lead. And it's just setup fodder for Salamence, honestly. I think that's his 5th Endeavor. So I think he only has, let me see, Skelepede used Endeavor. Yeah, 5. That's 5. Again, this is easily my best play. Even if he wants to go for, I'm gonna go for Earthquake, because even if he wants to go for Endeavor, he only has 3 more, as he doesn't end up going for Endeavor. But like I said, he only has 3 more, and I can just continuously click Roost. He only has 2 more after that, so I'll always be able to get back up to full HP versus this thing. I could have potentially just choked, because he's more than likely going to try and switch out. But the fact that I'll be at half HP is more than enough versus his entire team, as he does end up switching out into his Arceus Ground, which if they do run priority, it can't knock me out anyway, so I'm just going to go right for Return. Extreme Speed does pitiful damage as Arceus Ground does go down, and he has a Yveltal, Palkia. This was a bad idea. Yeah, Salamence just able to win the game. I don't even think he had Sucker Punch on his Yveltal, and I could have played around that as well by going for Roost. So Salamence just showing why it's a threat. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed. That's generally how I take on Skelepede offense. I lead off with Groudon, I go for T-Wave, I get up my Stealth Rocks, and then I switch out into Salamence and Dragon Dance up, because it's free Dragon Dances and you can't risk switching out. So yeah, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want, and until next time, later.